Hello and thanks for stopping by. Today we are going to make a quick, easy, and delicious what may become your go-to summer salad. It is a Greek tomato and cucumber salad. It is so refreshing and delicious and easy. I guarantee you are going to love it. Earlier I chopped up all the veggies, and if you follow us in last week's video, we might have been talking about our knives being not very sharp, and we did something about that and had them all professionally sharpened, and we promised ourselves we're going to keep up with it and sharpen them ourselves so we don't get to that point. And sharp knives mean cuts, and I got my first. I'm proud of it. It's kind of a badge of honor, but boy are those knives sharp. So the cucumber, I like to use an English cucumber with the skins on. I chop it up into bite-sized pieces. I also like to use Roma tomatoes because it's easier to cut them down into smaller pieces and not have all the seeds and all the guts. And then a red onion and then some Kalamata olives. And what I did was put it in, determined my ratio of cucumbers to tomatoes, kind of mixed it around, added a little bit more, and I did the same thing with the onions and the Kalamata olives. So in the recipe, there's going to be some amounts for these vegetables, but feel free to do what you want to do. If you want it to be more cucumber forward, obviously add more cucumbers, more Kalamata olive forward, same thing there. Now, a note on the Kalamata olives, you can buy them in the store. I recommend getting the pitted version, and you can also buy them sliced. I like to buy them whole and slice them long ways, but you can do whatever you like. So this is a great salad in itself, but we're going to add a homemade Greek dressing to it. So easy to make. I'm going to show you how to mix it up. I have begun, this squeeze bottle is my new friend. I don't know why it took me so long to do this. The perfect thing to make your vinaigrettes in. And this Greek dressing has a classic vinaigrette base, which is a 3-to-1, which means it's 3 parts oil to 1 part acid or vinegar. And so I'm using olive oil. So I've got 2/3 cup here. So get that in. And then I like to use the white wine vinegar. Some of the vinaigrettes that I like to eat, I really appreciate the sharpness of an acid or a vinegar, but for this I want something a little bit more subtle, so I'm using a white wine vinegar, which isn't quite as strong as, say, a red wine vinegar would be. And this is 1/3 cup, making the ratio complete and correct. Okay, so now we're going to add some of the accoutrements to add some flavor, which is Dijon mustard, a little bit of that. Also have some honey. That's going to tone down some of the acidity that's coming from the white wine vinegar and the Dijon mustard. Oregano, lots of oregano for flavor, and some minced garlic. And because we need to season, oops, no garlic left behind, get in there. Okay, because we need to season everything we cook, we're going to throw a little kosher salt, and I love that this is about the same size, so I just get a little pepper in there too. Okay, get all this out of the way. This is my favorite part, the shaking. I mean, you could whisk this. I love whisking, but okay. Boom, you're done. It's that easy. Last week's video, kielbasa tacos, I made a cilantro lime vinaigrette and had a lot of fun shaking too. So if you don't have any squeeze bottles, definitely get some. There'll be a link below to a set of 6, I believe, on Amazon. What I always do on the squeeze bottle is, as you can see, this is pretty short. I chop off the top because the ends are so small. If you've got anything like garlic, which is in here, or I make some vinaigrettes with shallot, it never gets through the hole. So I definitely make sure to cut that off. Okay, so we have our veggies, we have our dressing. There is one more component to this dish, and it is feta cheese. And yes, I can hear you now. Victoria, you're supposed to be dairy-free. If you've been watching our channel for long, you know possibly, and if you don't, I'm going to tell you now, I can tolerate some sheep and goat cheese, but no cow whatsoever. And so I have had quite a bit of feta that is sheep and feta that is goat, and so I have found a feta that is sheep and goat, a combination of the both, which I find to be my favorite. It's a little bit more mild. It's not as sharp as just the goat feta. And if you're going to the store to look for feta and you want a goat or sheep because you can't tolerate cow, make sure you check the ingredients. If on the back of the package, if the ingredients just say pasteurized milk, then move along, because most likely that's going to be cow milk. This says pasteurized sheep and goat's milk, so I know for sure. And also on the front, it says sheep and goat's milk. Kroger or Murray cheeses makes a really wonderful goat only, which is a little sharp, but still great to use in this. And if you can tolerate cow's milk, go ahead and use whatever feta you want. But I will say the imported feta is so much more superior to the domestic feta that you'll find. And most domestic feta is definitely made with cow's milk. So if you cannot have cow's milk, stay away from domestic feta. And if you find a domestic feta that is not made with cow's milk, but sheep or goat, let me know. Put it in the comments, send me an email. I'd love to know what it is. So first, before I put the feta on, I'm going to just squirt some dressing in here. And again, this is going to be discretionary based on how much dressing you want in your salad. I go for medium, and I can't really tell you what medium looks like, what that is. I'm going to guess it's probably 3 tablespoons of this dressing. It could be a little more. But I mix it in here gently with the tong to get a good distribution. And I can already, I can smell the dressing. And oh my goodness, this is smelling so amazing. Now I'm pretty happy with, I would call that medium. So I'm going to stop with the dressing. And now I'm going to get to the feta. And again, the feta, just like everything else in this recipe, is at your discretion. And I like to crumble it up just with my hands, fairly small, not huge pieces. And I usually serve it, I'll serve it in this bowl like this with the feta on top. It's a nice presentation. You could even add a little chopped parsley to that, and that would be an even nicer presentation. I do find that you want a fair amount of cheddar. You want a fair amount of feta in here to give it that bite and that flavor, and it plays so wonderfully with the vinaigrette. It's just a great combination. Okay, so I'm going to call that done. Okay, that is beautiful and yummy, and I can't wait to eat it. Okay, I'm going in for a try, but I don't want to eat too much because we are actually having this for dinner. We are serving it with some lamb. Here, wait, I'll show you. We are serving it with some breadcrumb and Zatar encrusted rack of lamb. Rich got that together, and he's going to go put it on the grill. We like our lamb medium rare. That is going to pair beautifully with this salad. And we're going to throw it, it's a really easy recipe. We're going to throw it in the comments, not the comment. We're going to throw it in the description below. And then if you go to the website and get this recipe, I'll also have it in the body of the blog post. Okay, I'm going in. Try to get feta. And I'm trying to get a whole mouthful. Oh, there, that's a good mouthful right there. I think I missed an onion though. Oh my goodness, it's so good. Okay, I gotta go in for one more. I want onion this time. Oh, so delicious, packed with flavor. The feta is such just a burst of flavor in your mouth. And it balances everything else out. Sorry, I'm just talking and eating at the same time. Really wonderful. Again, if you do not want to use feta, this salad would be delicious without the feta too. They do make some, I think Violife makes a vegan feta. I haven't tried it because I really don't go for any of the vegan cheeses. I'd rather not have any cheese or have some sheep or cow. So, you know, make it however you want, with or without cheese. It will still be delicious. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you make this and take it to your next cookout or serve it for your family. And if you do, let me know. Leave me a comment. I'd love to know how you liked it. The link for the full recipe will be in the description below, or you can go to gfexplorers.com and find this recipe and so many more there. And if you haven't subscribed, please do. It really helps us out, and give us a thumbs up as a like on this video. We'd really appreciate that. And until next time, happy eating.